Hello, lovely people of crypto, Web3, and blockchain. Welcome to yet another exciting daily live sessions by Voice of Crypto. I'm your host, Varuni, and like all the other sessions, today we're going to be taking a look at the exciting crypto market price action, as well as deep diving into some of the top news of the day. And we, of course, discuss one key or important topic throughout our session, which is usually also always the title of our session. And today it is, why did Sei Token jump by almost 28% in terms of price? So we will, of course, be taking a look at that as well. But before I start, I have a quick update for all my crypto communities, all my Voice of Crypto communities. That being, as you all are familiar, we at Voice of Crypto started $100 weekly giveaway, which anyone who leaves relevant comments in our live comment section is entitled to get. So if you guys leave relevant comments in the comments section, either on Binance live feed or on any other social media platforms that you join on, you can stand a chance to win from this prize pool. More details about this giveaway, this prize pool, on our Telegram group. The link to our Telegram communities will be left in the comment section itself. So please go ahead and join the Telegram group for any relevant information around the Web3 market, the fastest news and updates right in your inbox. For that, head over to our Telegram group. And for now, without further ado, I will take you right into the crypto price action. Right where all the excitement lies. And today is one of the better days for the crypto market, with Bitcoin finally acing the 38,000 level. And I have been talking about the 38,000 to 40,000 price level, which, if there's this sort of a demand zone in the in that particular price range, which, when achieved by Bitcoin bulls, of course, will lead to quite a bit of price gains for BTC. So we will, of course, be taking a closer look at Bitcoin price action shortly. But before that, a look at the global market cap suggests that there's a 2.3% rise in the last day or so, with the market cap finally reaching the 1.43 trillion US dollar. Of course, a more remarkable ground to cover would be the 1.45 trillion. And once that psychological level would be cleared, we can expect a little bit of more gains in the market. But for now, we can already see a lot of activity in terms of trading, maybe even selling at higher prices. And that is clearly visible in the increased trade volumes in the last 24 hours that we see here. And at the moment, trade volumes are above 55, a little over 55 billion US dollar. Of course, the market's sort of bullishness, or as it has pivoted towards a more bullish side, we can expect more activity to take place in the market. And with this, I can also take a quick look at Bitcoin dominance, which has finally crossed the 52% level. And I think a few sessions back, in sometime during last week, we had a Bitcoin dominance specific session where I spoke about once BTC dominance covers and crosses over a certain percentage, and there is a bit of stability, low volatility for Bitcoin prices, we can then expect an altcoin season or an altcoin market. But for now, with the Bitcoin halving coming in, not sure about an altcoin market, but there would definitely be a lot of way that Bitcoin price can cover, of course, with the right kind of retail and investment support. And of course, we have the ETF approval, the spot Bitcoin ETF approval, right around the corner, or as we like to think. So once that goes through, we can see some more momentum for Bitcoin prices. A look at Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap. We've seen Ethereum follow a very close trajectory with BTC, but on the days that Bitcoin rises a little bit more, Ethereum prices have seemed to be a lot more stable. And at this point, we see it's gained over 1.5% on the daily, a little over 2% on the weekly. Altcoins rallying pretty well basis the recently gained bullish momentum that Bitcoin has achieved. BNB doing fairly well for the kind of price action that it saw in the last couple of weeks or so. XRP again, not a lot of ground that has been gained, but decent statistics on both the daily as well as the weekly ranging profits of about 3%. Solana once again back on track over the $60 mark. We see Solana has gained over 8% on the daily, over 11% on the weekly, and we already know that Solana is one of the best performing assets of the last month. A few of the other better performing assets were, of course, Chainlink, which has again gained over 3% on the daily, over 4% on the weekly. Dogecoin has performed pretty impressively, looking at how it had performed in the last couple of months or so. While a lot of altcoins managed to gain quite a bit of momentum, Dogecoin not so much, not even after a few news pieces coming in from Elon Musk and Dogecoin founder. So Dogecoin wasn't able to clear a lot of ground in terms of price, but at this point we do see Doge has gained over 8% on the weekly price chart. A quick look at the top gainers of the day, and I already spoke about how a lot of Terra assets are gaining ground, but since they don't have a project that can sort of value back these coins, there's not much to it other than retail trading at this point. Nonetheless, pretty impressive gains on both the Terra assets, followed by IOTA with over 22% daily gains. Say Network right here with over 20% gains on the daily. However, if you look at Say's weekly gains, over 71% gains for Say, 72% gains, in fact. And right about now, I would love to mention that there's an episode on Voice of Crypto's YouTube channel with Say Network's founder, that whom I managed to interview at one of our premium events. So do check that out. He's an amazing guy. They're making an amazing project out there, and we are also waiting a bit of quotes from these guys on how the token sort of managed to rally so much. Are they expecting a few updates in terms of just ecosystem developments or any other thing? So once we have that, who knows, and maybe another interview with Say team coming up really soon. And for that, you all got to stay tuned to Voice of Crypto. I think that is all for the day in terms of price action news. We will take a look at Say price action towards the end of our episode. But before that, a quick look at the top news of the day. One of the biggest news came from quite a few geographies. In the UK, the government has finally warned crypto investors, traders, that they have to report their crypto taxes, else there will be actions taken against them. So, in that particular geography, a lot has been happening in terms of just regulations on ads, crypto Web3 ads, marketing, and as well now on taxes. Really key report, really quite a few key reports were released. That said, the SEC recently revealed that Philippines trading on Binance could face criminal charges. This means that Binance can once again face quite a bit of battle from the side of regulators, and they might have to enter another battle. We already know that Binance and Coinbase are in these wars with the US SEC, and now again another piece of news coming in from Philippines with trading on Binance in Philippines can now be called a crime. So watch out for that news. That said, there were quite a few key news around price action owing to Bitcoin crossing the 38,000 mark, and we will now take a look at Bitcoin price action, shortly followed by Say token price action. Bitcoin made quite a few headlines throughout the day due to this little price pump that BTC saw. While the pump itself won't seem big in terms of the ground that it has covered being a mere 2%, but why it plays an important role in BTC's long-term trajectory is because the 38,000 US dollar mark has acted like a key resistance level for Bitcoin price. not just on the short term, we saw the weekly chart, but also on the long term. In fact, if we take a closer look at it, we can notice that the 38K to 40,000 supply demand zone is one price level which once cleared can act as a key support level for BTC prices in the long term. We can see that the 38K mark has acted as a long term support right here during 2022 as well. And around this time, the 40K level also acted as a key support for BTC in late 2021. Now, there are a lot of holders around that price range, and once that clears and quite a few of those long-term holders can again be in profit, there will be two ways to go about it. Either there will be sell-offs and BTC price stands a chance to fall again, but looking at a lot of macro events, including the Bitcoin ETF approval that has been on the books for quite some time now, as well as the Bitcoin halving, which is set to happen in the second quarter of the next year. There is quite a bit to look forward to in terms of BTC price on a year-on-year basis. BTC is already up by over 130%, and on a month-on-month basis, also, I'm sure there's a there's a double-digit gain, almost 11%. So all in all, price looks pretty ripe for gains at this moment. That being, if there are macro factors to support price gains. And like I always say, none of what we say on these sessions, a quick disclaimer coming up, none of what we say on these sessions or what our guests say is financial advice. So make sure that you always do your own research. Crypto markets are highly volatile, and it's best to only invest what you can afford to lose. That's a saying I think I heard somewhere about this market, but it goes a long way. And none of what we say on these sessions is financial advice. A quick look at Say Network, why its price reached an all-time high today. If I take a look, if I zoom out and take a look at Say Token, quite an impressive price trajectory. In this last week itself, Say had been in a long-term bearish trend ever since they saw their launch in September, and now they've managed to break sort of older all-time high prices, and they've gained almost over 3,000% in terms of price. So this is one token that has performed pretty impressively in the last quarter, and which most cryptocurrencies failed to. At the moment, however, pretty impressive weekly gains, monthly gains also looking very neat with over 150%. Current all-time high for Say, I think, would be a little over 2.0.29. I think it would be almost zero point 0.3. So for Say Network to sustain, they would need a lot of retail backed price momentum, a lot of retail euphoria in the next few days, as well as, of course, key updates coming in from their developers or their teams. That can, of course, lead to pump for this particular altcoin. But for now, the crypto markets are tricky. Who knows what can happen, right? With this, I will wrap up today's session. Thank you so much for joining us on Voice of Crypto. We have already posted the link to our Telegram announcement group on the comment section in on whichever social media you guys have joined. So make sure that you join our Telegram announcement group for more updates around our weekly giveaways. We're really excited about these giveaways. They give us a chance to interact better with our audiences. And that is it for today's session. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'll see you tomorrow with fresh updates from the crypto market. Same place around the same time. See you all.